This is Candace. I've been doing some organizing today with my makeup, and the first thing I had did was my eyeshadow collection. And since I already had it like all spread across my bed, so I could organize it, I wanted to go ahead and show y'all my collection. I might as well, since I already have it spread out and so you can view it. And I'll go ahead and just get into it. I'm not going to like name each palette and quad and stuff because that's ridiculous. I'd be on here all day. But I wanted to go ahead and just kind of give y'all an idea of what I do have. So I'm just going to kind of like show you the categories that I have. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, first in my Wet n Wild collection, I have, I'll just show you, I have like the, let's see. That's the Wet n Wilds that I have. I have the Beauty Icons, the Beauty Benefits from Dollar Tree, the normal little eyeshadow palettes, and I even have one of the shadow sticks. And that's mainly all my Wet n Wild. I don't have a whole lot of Wet n Wild, so that's the little bit that I do have. And then I also have a bunch of like odd and ends, like I don't have a whole lot of a collection of, just a few, but I'll get into that in a minute. And here's some of my CoverGirl eyeshadows that I have. Try to turn around so you can see them. I have some of the greens and the purples and some of the taupe and blues and greens. But I don't have a whole lot of the CoverGirl either, but my main one I have a whole lot of is I have a lot of Revlon. I didn't realize I had so much Revlon, but I really do have a whole lot of it. And I wanted to get on here and I wanted to show y'all this real quick. I have a bunch. I'm trying to turn them around, y'all can see them all. I should have had it already, but I just couldn't believe how much Revlon I had. Like, it really adds up quick. And I feel like I have more than this, but I can't because I don't have any more space for it. So I'll go ahead and show you the Revlon. And these are my favorite, the Diamond Lust. I love how they have the shimmer in them. That's why I have a few of those. And then I have a bunch of the Rimmel, the ones I found at Dollar Tree. And I wanted to show them off too. So those are the Rimmel that I have. And then the only NYC ones that I have is I have this palette here with the primer and the highlighter. And I have one of the NYC Sparkle Eye Dust. That's all the NYC eyeshadows that I have. And then the only Almay I have are the Intense Eye Color. And this is in the Smoky Eyes for blues. And then I have this one. It's one of the older packaging ones. It's probably, yeah, it's the exact same palette. Wow, I just realized that. It's just the different packaging. And then I had one of the Intense Eye Color, the liquid shadow. And that's all the Almay that I have. And then, Milani-wise, I have a few of these. Let me show you. And these are all from the Dollar Tree. So I just have a few of the Milani. And then, when I was younger, I used to get these little kits at Christmas time that were like $5, $10, whatever. And they had a bunch of like lip products and eyeshadows, like a bunch of little eyeshadow like pots. And I got a bunch of these. And actually, when I got to be a little bit older, somebody else got me one. And I don't even know what brand it is. It doesn't even have a name on it, but I got a bunch of these in it was in a box for Christmas, so I wanted to show these off too. I don't know what the name brand is though. But they're real pretty pastel colors. But I wanted to go in there and show y'all them too. I don't know the name of them. If I did, I would definitely make sure I told y'all. And then I went to Sally's one day, and I bought these two here. I haven't showed them on YouTube, but these are the baked eyeshadows, and this is the Sally Girl brand. And this one is called, I'll go ahead and tell you since I only have two of them. What is it? Gold Riddens. And this one is called the Ladylike Lavender. That's so pretty. And then I had one Mary Kay eyeshadow, and this is the mineral powder eyeshadows, and it's in the lavender. And then I went to an outlet with my husband, I think it was last year, and they had a Kors eyeshadow there, and it was a real pretty color. I couldn't tell what it was when I bought it because it was in the packaging, and it was sealed, but it didn't have a name on it either. But it was a real pretty, like purple color. And it used to have like a shimmer to it. I don't know if you can still see it or not, but it's a little bit of a shimmer to it. But that's the only Kors eyeshadow that I have. And then the only Maybelline eyeshadow I have is the one I just bought at Dollar Tree, the Cool Effect Twisters, the eye cream. The creamy eyeshadow color. I haven't tried it yet, but that's the only one I have of Maybelline. And this came in my Ipsy bag 2 bags ago, I think. And it's from iTeeny, and it's the Violet eyeshadow. And then this is the only one I have in I forget how you pronounce it. Aza, I think it is. And this is the palette in, God, what was it? It's not, I hate that they're not labeled. I can't remember what it's called. But it's Aza, I think is how you say it. I'm not 100% sure. But that's the only palette that I have with them. I think it was called, was it Paris? I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. But then Profusion palettes of eyeshadows that I have. I only have 3 of them. I have the Gemini one that I just recently bought at Dollar Tree. And I have the Perfect 10. And then I have the Twinkle Twinkle. So that's the only Profusion palettes that I have. And then I just recently bought over the weekend the Color Mates. This is my only Color Mates palette that I have. And I used the green yesterday, and I really like the greens. All 3 of them greens in there. They're really pretty. And then, randomly, this is one I bought at Old Navy, like, I think it was like a year ago. It was their St. Patrick's Day color, which I should be wearing it today. But it's a little glitter eyeshadow stick. I wanted to throw that in there because it's still an eyeshadow. So I got that. And then all my LA Colors. This is all my LA Colors collection. And I even have the little LA Color shimmering loose eyeshadows with their brush inside. And then I have this, the LA Color Star Glaze, I can't talk, Gaze 16 color eyeshadow palette. And that's all the LA Colors I have. I really thought that I had more than that because, you know, I've been buying LA Colors like crazy at the Dollar Tree, but that must be all that I have. And then Physician Formula. This is the 4 of them are from the Dollar Tree, and 1 is from CVS because I did buy this one from CVS. I think it was 2 years ago. But first I'll show you the ones I got from Dollar Tree. This one is in the Baked Butter. It's the baked eyeshadows. You can use wet or dry. This one is in the Baked Sweets. This one is in Baked Sugar. And then I had bought this one too, and this one's in the Tote Minerals. And then this is the one that I had purchased from CVS, like, oh god, I think it was 2 years ago. They had a really good deal, and I think I got it for like almost nothing. But it's kind of dirty where I've used it so much. But it's a real pretty eyeshadow palette. And I think they're supposed to be mineral. I think that's what it was. It's a real dirty packaging because it's been through it. But I love these lilac colors because that's what I go after. I love lilac and I love neutral colors. So mainly that's what's in my collection because I have a ton of it. And then I'm going to get onto the Avon because I used to sell Avon. So I used to buy a ton of Avon because I got it for like a really good price. So I wanted to go ahead and show a little bit of that collection that I have. And I have a bunch of the, sorry if you hear my kids, they're in the background. They're watching some TV while I told them I was going to do this video real quick. I have a bunch of these. Because like I said, when I sold Avon, I got a really super good deal on them. Because, you know, you get so much of a discount and all that. And well, some of these I can't get open. I should have already had them open for y'all so y'all could see them. Hang on a second and I'll open them up real quick. Okay, I'm back. I've got the all my Avon ones open now. And I'll show you them real quick. I have a bunch of the trio ones. And then of the singles. And then I have the 4 quad. The little palettes. And then I have like little cream eyeshadows. And this one was just a regular powder. And these were the minerals. And that was all of my Avon collection. And then I have a bunch of odd and end things that I didn't really have a whole collection of. It was just things I had got over time. And I do have a lot of Revlon. But I did show you that. Hang on, I'm getting confused. And here's my next one, e.l.f. There's my e.l.f. shadows. I even have the big Eyes, Lips, and Face 32 palette. Sorry, I had to go tell my kids to be quiet for a minute. And then I've got, like, you know, the things I got at Christmas time. And then I have a bunch of the little singles that came in a kit that Stephanie had got me. A bunch of these little, like, eyeshadows, little duos. And then I have some of the cream shadows and some of the regular powder duos. And then I have this, and I have not showed y'all this on YouTube. I purchased from eyeslipsandface.com the 100 color palette. And I never showed y'all this, but this is super awesome. I love this big palette. It was only $10, and I got it. And the colors are so beautiful. But I got that, and then also I have the e.l.f. It's the villains, Disney villains, and I got the Ursula one because Little Mermaid is my favorite movie of all time, and I had to make sure I had grabbed it because you never know, it might not be there next time, so I made sure I got it. And so, this is pretty much it. I got that. Real pretty colors. You get a lip gloss, you get an eye primer, an eyeliner, a brush. You get a liquid eyeliner and a pencil eyeliner, and you get a mascara. And that was only I think it was a $5. Was it $5? It was either 5 or 10. I don't know, but it was a really good deal. I just love it. And then at Christmas time last year, I bought this e.l.f. glitter eye. I think it was $5. And see all the colors you get? And you get an eyeliner and you get a little brush. They're real pretty colors. And that's all my e.l.f. And then the odd and end ones I have is from my Ipsy bag. I got a Pop Beauty neutral palette. I haven't opened it yet because I have so much eyeshadow. And then I have a NYX natural eyeshadow palette. And then I got this back, I think it was 2 years ago. I got it at Claire's. It's just a Claire's brand eyeshadow, but it's a glitter eyeshadow. You can tell I really use the yellow a lot. But the yellow and the white. The white I used as an eye primer because I didn't know what eye primer was at the time. So I bought this and I figured I could use this as an eye primer. But it was just too glittery. The other colors were. But I can always use them for something else. But that was one of the palettes. And then I got this one in the mail. It's also a Mary Kay. Excuse me. I won it on a Facebook giveaway for Mary Kay. And it's a baked eyeshadow and it's blue and silver. I forgot I had that. And this one came from Claire's. It's a bonbon. So Bonnabelle makes it. It's a one of the sparkle shadow dust stackables, and they're real pretty, all lavenders. And then this past Ipsy bag, I got this from Be a Bombshell, and it's Bora Bora eyeshadow quad, and I love those colors. And then my other Ipsy bag, I think it was my first Ipsy bag, I got this Galaxy Chick eyeshadow. It's a baked eyeshadow. It's a real pretty color. And then when I went to H&M with my friend shopping one day, I picked up this palette. It's called Caravan. And I got it for like 50 cents or something. It was really a good deal, and I think that's really pretty. And this one's random. I have no idea who makes it because it doesn't have a label on it. But obviously I'd used that a lot, but it was an older one I had. But of course I used the lavender because lavender is my color. But I found that palette. And this one I got from Shop Miss A. It's Devil at Times and Angel Most Times. And I love that. And the blush, I didn't use all that blush. I dropped this right after I did the video, and the blush cracked and went everywhere, so I was really upset about that, but at least the eyeshadows didn't bust. So that's a real pretty palette. And then, last but not least, I'm going to get into what I got from Sephora. I don't have many Sephora blushes. Eyeshadows. Okay, sorry, another interruption. And this is the last 3 palettes that I have. These are from Sephora. And I ordered this one at Christmas from Sephora.com, and it's the Naked Basic palette. And I love this palette. It is so pretty. I love neutral colors, and this was perfect for me. And it comes in a packaging like this, the box. I still have the box because I like to leave it in its box so it doesn't get damaged. And then that's the only Urban Decay eyeshadow that I have. And then this is the Sephora brand. I bought this little palette around Christmas time too. And I love these colors. It's so pretty. And this one is called, let me see if I can tell you real quick. It's the Black Magic makeup palette. And this is the thing I bought just recently. It was $5 on clearance. And it come in a cute little pouch like this, the glittery pouch. And I thought this was so gorgeous. And they call this, before I show you, the Pocket Eye Palette. This is normally like a $20 thing, marked down to $5, and I was so excited to get it. And real pretty colors, real matte and neutral colors. So pretty. Can't wait to use that. I just now had got it out of its box, like taking it out to show y'all. But that's all my eyeshadows. Hopefully I didn't leave none out. Oh yeah, wait, I have 3 more, excuse me. These are my L'Oreals. I didn't show you my L'Oreals. I only have 3 L'Oreals. But I have a L'Oreal quad, and this is in the violets. I was trying not to leave nothing out. And this is the one I had just got from Dollar Tree, and it's for blue eyes. It's the Reflecting Pool Color. And then I have one called, this one's from Dollar Tree too, it's the Shroom Shimmer. And that's the last bit of my eyeshadows, and I hope y'all enjoyed this and didn't get bored because I have so many. And if you have any comments down below on any of the products, let me know and tell me what you think of them. And, excuse me. And I would love to hear your comments. And please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.